games didn't need to be fun because they're still making the points. Excuse me, that's the beer. I am drinking a Ukrainian beer right now. It is very good. Um, it's called Makona. It's a double lager, double. I don't know. But yeah, it's been turning in my head and turning in my head that like, you know, for fans of the Fallout series, um, who, maybe want something a little different than Bethesda's, especially current day Bethesda's, um, just, formula. Like Skyrim's good. It has a lot of flaws. The combat isn't engaging, but like, especially Fallout fans, like, think about it. Fallout's gunplay lacking. Starfield's gunplay was but it didn't have like appropriate guns. Now granted, there's a lot that's different with the Stalker series. I'm not trying to say the games are even remotely similar to each other, but you want a if you want to play a game that you can get immersed in, definitely isn't Starfield. Um, you know, I'm not saying just because you like one, you could like the other. Um, like, and I feel like Starfield's kind of a mix between like the Fallout games or at least, you know, design concept wise, it feels like a mix between the Fallout game and uh, and just like because it has shooting mechanics in Skyrim, um, or at least that's what they wanted it to be, but it just kind of falls short. Just because Skyrim didn't have shooting or anything like that, um, in it. But anyways, but yeah, like there's no procedural generation bullshit. Like these worlds, this map, mm, uh, it's all handcrafted, you know, and I cannot wait to see what they've been cooking up. Um, I feel like there's gonna be some definite low points in the new game. I just have a feeling that it can't all be perfect. But there's no way they don't deliver like a solid experience. Um, with Stalker 2. Heart of Chernobyl. Um, I've been making my way through Clear Sky. It's fun. Um, you know, uh, but like with the entire game world being open, like the old games might not appeal to you'll Fallout 4 people, and I love the Fallout games as well. Um, well, let's look what they have in common. They both have radiation. Um, they both have mutants. Um, but the one thing that the Zelda games do that Bethesda can't seem to let go of is Stalker is not afraid to let a faction go by the wayside. Um, what little we know of Stalker 2, um, um, is that Clear Sky, the faction in this game, the scientists, uh, that live in the swamps. They're only ever in this game. Um, and it's not like called Pripyat that just didn't exist. It's just you just didn't go to the swamps in Pripyat. And the scientists don't really leave the swamps as far as I know. So they just weren't in that game. But we know by the time we get to Heart of Chernobyl that they're gone. So it's like they're either dead or broken up. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring back Ladev, Lamdev, I forget what his name is. The guy that rescues Scar. Scar is confirmed to be in, so not. Oh, I would say Scar is part of Clear Sky, but he worked with them, so it's not like if Scar is still in the zone, there could be some few Clear Sky stranglers left. Um, but there was a demo, and we got to see like recordings from Clear Sky. We got to see their destroyed base, among other things. Um, and it's one thing I've seen through like the shows, watching videos other people have made on it is just like the the Brotherhood of Steel apparently was supposed to be defeated ages ago, but then they always come back to power. They're always there, because Bethesda, um, like super mutants. One thing I always see the people who are really in touch with Fallout lore, um, it's like super mutants were in I think one of the first games or something like that, and they were in New Vegas, because there's like a settlement there and stuff like that. But after New Vegas, super mutants have just kind of become there's no depth to them other than they're another enemy to shoot. What the only like minor deviation from that is Virgil, in Halo 4 and or not Halo, fucking Fallout 4, my bad. Um, and Strong, which is a companion with. They don't even have their own companion quests, or anything as far as I know. But yeah, could you see Bethesda letting the Brotherhood of Steel die because they fell out of power? Um, we know we're getting new factions. Like, I have not heard Freedom or Duty mentioned yet. So who knows? Maybe Freedom and Duty aren't don't exist anymore and they became something else. The factions I've heard mentioned, I, I, and like I said, I've uh, uh, like faction. And then there's the X model of soldiers, which is going to be something else. Scar seems to be part of some other faction, or maybe he's just a side character, but he seems to have his own thing going on. Um, so maybe there's a lot of more factions in the game. There seems to be some sort of scientist faction too that didn't exist before. That isn't Clear Sky. Clear Sky is the only like scientist faction uh, to exist, except the ecologist. But I don't think that was really a faction. I I think that was just a group of people in Pripyat. Or at least in the game Pripyat, not in the location. Um, but yeah, like it, you like when you're not like willing to let characters die. Like we've seen it in movies, right? You know, you like a character does something, and they try to make you think they're dead. But like when you've seen the same old song and dance, you're like, yeah, they're gonna come back in some sort of fashion, right? This is a psych, say psych, and they're like, psych, and it's just like, yeah, that's what we thought. Um, I personally felt it in quite a few movies. A lot of Marvel with this multiverse stuff. It's just like, I get it. Like comic books have multi characters explore different art styles with their characters, and it lets them you know change the situation. But I think for movies, it doesn't really work out too much in some of the ways because it's a little harder to follow. Um, but yeah, when you kill someone off like in a movie and then you find some way to write them back in or something like that, it feels like a cheap shot. Um, and that can go for anything. Like if a house in a medieval film was supposed to be disgraced and be kept from power, and then they gain power again through bullshit reasons, and you'd be like, wait, didn't they just lose all their money in the last war? Why are they back and in power and suddenly they have assassins and they're taking over everything? Like that wouldn't make sense. I'm making up a complete bullshit scenario. Um, but like if someone fell out of power in like a different setting, and you want to go with a medieval setting, like a king got overthrown out of his castle, like you wouldn't expect them to just come back instantly, just because a few bit later, without unless they were willing to show you that. But I feel like that's what happens in Bethesda games, um, and I really like, and this is what gives me like most hope story wise for Heart of Chernobyl, is that like they showed off just a little bit of just like exploring what happened in the Clear Sky. But if something happened to Duty, if something happened to to the Freedoms, um, Lord forbid anything happened to Yar and Skid. What's his name? Ashot. Ashot. Is it Ash Ot or Ass Shot? I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly. Um, but those two pranksters that measure their dicks, like, I want to know what happened to those two motherfuckers. That's probably the best part of Clear Sky. No, I'm just kidding. It's very memorable. Um, I've already played through all three of the games. I'm just going back and playing through them again on Master. And having played through all of them, Pripyat's definitely the best. Shadow of Chernobyl is really good. But after all these patches, I really hate that they still haven't patched and fixed the achievements in this game. Or the one achievement, the flash drive achievement, is still unattainable. But yeah, like, but even Clear Sky, even these older games that aren't open world, they still have a better world than Starfield. They still have more engagement. I am sitting in front of a campfire right now talking, mostly because I will get distracted if I have to run around and I won't be able to focus on what I'm talking about. But honestly, like, this is a pretty chill vibe. Um, and I kind of hope that they have some mechanics around sitting around campfires to maybe heal up your health faster. Like, there's a shot in one of the trailers of a bunch of like I'm assuming Skiv, is his name Skiv, the main protagonist, I think, from Stalker 2. I think his name is Skiv. I could be wrong. But whoever the MC is from the Stalker game or whatever, or it could have just been, just for promotional sakes. They could have just had the camera there around the campfire. But there is a shot of them like telling stories around the campfire, and then like early promotional stuff from like I think a year ago, before it got delayed to the 20th. Those are mutants attacking. I'm down here. I'm safe. Um, but it shows them around on the campfire and stuff, and showing stories and stuff. And I think it'd be cool, like, minus the cinematics, obviously. If you could just like, you know, crouch near a campfire and like maybe hold a button and like sit by a campfire, because your health, unless you have certain artifacts on, your health doesn't really recharge that fast. And it would be a nice substitute from you know, for the healing up. If you could just, you say you want health, you don't want to use a medkit, you don't want to use whatever other healing items they might have shoved in, and you don't have artifacts, you can just sit around a campfire. And I'm expecting their campfire stories will be fully voiced in English, so you'll be able to understand, or at bare minimum, at least have subtitles available. I'm imagining with our Xbox partner with them, um, that there's at least going to be subtitles in English. I think that's the only sad part about playing these games is like unless you know Ukrainian, you're not going to get like all the funny jokes. I've had to look up translations for some of the funny jokes, and there's some legit funny things that they say around these campfires, that you just miss out on being a native English speaker who doesn't understand Ukrainian. I spent all day at work today listening to a Ukrainian playlist on Spotify. Um, just kind of, vibing. Lots of different music on it too. Some of it was very good. I added to my main playlist. Not that it all wasn't good music, but some of it stood out to me as like being really catchy or just, I don't understand the lyrics, so it's just like, what's your beat? what's the emotion behind the music, or whatever, that I can grasp as being someone who doesn't understand a lick of the language. It's like that's how I go off of when I listen to Japanese music too. Um, but yeah, so like as you just heard, some mutant dogs, blind dogs, just came, and I think they're still up there attacking. But this is like one of the beauties of this game. Like you're just chilling, doing your own thing. Those dogs are not reacting to me being here. They are. The only reason I can hear them is in the area, but they'd still be there. They'd still be doing stuff. Uh. Oh God. Sorry about that. This A-Life AI they have is genius. It adds so much to the immersion. And sometimes it just kind of creates some funny things because while you move away, technically the AI is still doing stuff behind the scenes. They're not loaded in, but they're still moving around. Uh, I think you can see that a lot actually with Clear Sky. I think you can see like um, I don't think it loads outside of zone, but like these little mod nodes are like basically it just keeps in track that there's people there, and then it like you can come back and like for example like you spend this game clearing checkpoints, like little strategic things. You're like, oh, help clear out this area, and these mutants will come over here and eventually take this back over potentially. Um, that these mutants could migrate, up north. You can see like movements of certain units and certain groups. See, look at Renegades targeting Machine Yard. Wait, sons of a bitches. This is what I'm talking about. Like they are moving around actively. Look at this. Target Machine Yard. So Clear Sky is over here. While I'm gone, I haven't been over to the swamps in a while. Like, and that's cool. I could come to the swamps, and suddenly an area that was controlled by my teammates or people I was friendly with is suddenly controlled by renegades. By the way, fuck you, renegades. I don't even get an option to side with you. Um, but yeah, and mutants will move in and stuff. And this is like less present in I would say, or less you're less knowledgeable about this because you don't have a map to check on all of it in in the first game, and even the third game. I'd say it's like more of a focus on this game because of the whole faction war thing, uh, and uh, in order to like win the faction war, once you choose a side, you do that. But it's just like it's cool. The AI is is operating without you being a cool element, and you know Bethesda, for great as the company they used to be, um, they would throw a bone your way and like occasionally have things to interact with when you travel the road on Skyrim, and stuff like that. Uh, Even though this wasn't directly Bethesda, New Vegas, I think, had the cap collector. They were like nice little things. Starfield has none of that shit. I mean, it does, but it's so repetitive and bare bones and ununique. The like, and then not being able to kill civilians. Like, I could shoot this guy. This hermit over here. I could shoot him. I could. Fuck. I'll do it right now. Like, if I just decided I didn't want him to be alive, like, he's dead. I'm not gonna save, obviously, but I just locked myself out of getting a quest. Oh my gosh, he has a decent AK on him. Killing him isn't a bad idea, and like he's got a lot of random ammo and stuff too. Um, but like anyone can die. Like in this game, that isn't Sidorovic because he's actually not a human being in this game. But anyone in the world can die, and it's just like, whereas like fucking Starfield, like You try to shoot civilians because I want to be a big bad pirate. It's like, no. No, they go, oh, someone help me. And it's just like, like, what? Uh, the fear that has taken over Bethesda of, oh no, they won't experience content. That's what makes going through a second playthrough so important. That's why you would want a new game plus that would to have weight. But like Starfield's new game plus, not that I ever made it to it, but like there isn't enough there for a new game plus to be warranted. Already couldn't make it through the campaign. I wouldn't go through it again. For what? For what? Why would I play through your shitty campaign again? When I was already wasn't forced to do everything, but there was no chance I could miss out on anything. This game I could miss out on a lot. I mean, you can already miss out on a bunch of achievements specifically in this game because you decided one way or another. Called Pripyat, there's not a lot of quests, but you can miss out. You can choose to side with the bandits or the loners in the first section. The clutch glitched on me on my first time. Or no, yeah, it glitched out. Like I was told to make a decision. I didn't know what to do. And then it just wouldn't let me do anything after a while. So it kind of glitched out, but I also might have just let it time out. So I don't know which of those two it was the case. But like, being able to miss out on content is like very important for games. Like, there is nothing in Elden Ring like you necessarily even have to get. Like there's a very narrow path of things you have to get. And some of those are talisman pouches because they're put after main bosses and stuff like that. But other than that, like Rivers of Blood, arguably still one of the strongest katanas in the game, even though they nerfed the shit out of it for good reasons. I know I'm talking about completely other games, but for reference, like, fucking Baldur's Gate, so much content you can miss out, so much. Like, the reason why it took me so long to play that game is because I was like, oh shit, I don't want to miss out on any content, and so I explored everything, and I still missed out on content, which means I can go back, and I can still find new things. Not to mention, like, if I pick a different character, I can still do things. Meanwhile, Bethesda's over here, like, we gotta make the player do a crime so they can be shoved as an informant for this side quest faction and shit like that. Like, no, fuck that shit. Fuck all that shit. The reason why people still like New Vegas is because you can side with multiple people. You can, I think you can team up with Benny even though I've never fucking wanted to do that ever. When I play through the game, but maybe one day you do want to play chill and team up with Benny. Might take a charisma check, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. But you gotta give players some agency in your game, and the team at GSC Game World has said that's the main thing they want. They want people to be free to do whatever they want. You wanna straight off rip, take out your PM pistol, whatever they give you at the start of the game, and murder people in whatever starting area you start off with, go for it. Like, who's gonna stop you? Like, it's a good thing. Like, maybe you thought someone rubbed you the wrong way. I'm pretty sure they'll still have safe areas with the traders and stuff like that, so you won't be able to kill absolutely everyone. I'm curious as to the main quest line, if you can kill any of the main quest line people and still do stuff, because that is still a giant question mark. But yeah, very different approaches to games, and like I said, I'm not saying these games are supposed to be even remotely similar to each other. I'm just saying the focus when it comes to designing the player experience is just like I feel like the people at Bethesda are like I want to say like huffing their own farts. Like they're like they've put all this time in this game. They make this procedural system that takes them forever to make, and then either they ignore or they don't have any testers who go, yeah, this shit's boring. Like literally, like how hard is it to get a group of like people? Like I wonder if they were like doing what Halo Infinite was doing, and no one was like getting together, and the team wasn't coming together to talk about the game. Like, is their team just isolated like Halo Infinite was, pre before they stopped being 3 for 3, because now they're not 3 for 3 anymore. Thank God. I think they're like Halo Industries or something, um, or Halo Games something. And they changed their name, because the company is not the same anymore. It legitly isn't. Um, but like, there's been so many reports up on that, and so much information out about that. So many years after it's all said and done. Like, I wonder, like, what's going on at Bethesda? Like, what's going on at Ubisoft? What's going on at all these companies that keep giving us shit games? I heard about Ubisoft, and that, like, because Disney owned it, they wouldn't let them, like, do anything too gritty, because they didn't want it to be, they didn't want it to be like too dark. But it's like you're doing a game about a smuggler, or like some sort of, like, they're supposed to be into crime, and then you want to sanitize that and not have them be able to do crimes. And I know that's like the biggest like fuck up in like modern gaming right now is Ubisoft's thing, but like Ubisoft has a long history of just like, you know, just fucking shit up at this point. They used to be great. They used to give a shit. Um, but like where's the love in gaming, man? Where is the love? But anyways, I don't know. I'm just glad we're gonna get a good game for once. Stalker 2 will be the first and probably, hopefully not the only, but it'll probably be the first Xbox exclusive title slash PC, as well as and PC exclusive title. Something that's not going to PS5. Um, that will people will actually want to go out and buy an Xbox for. Because I shit you not, I've been lurking on the Discord. I saw someone ask, "Is this game gonna be on PS5?" And it's just like, no, PC, Xbox exclusive, and I love that they're sticking to that. It was a smart move of Xbox for partnering up and helping out, and then getting this game under their belts, because there's no way this isn't huge. I think the Stalker 2 is what pushes this game from like cult classic to just like, you know, you haven't played this game? Like, I don't know. At least that's what I hope it's gonna be. I don't think after all these delays it's gonna be a dumpster fire on release. Um, I don't think it's possible. Um, Not, at least not complete dumpster fire. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying there can't be negative buzz, but yeah, we'll see, we'll see. But this game is gonna make the Xbox's Starfield seem like a fucking puddle as to like the amount of enjoyment you can have. I would pay money to see people who reacted positively to Starfield play Stalker 2 and just see what the reaction is. But yeah. Anyways, that's enough for me. I'm really only did this segment because I wanted to talk about it. I want to talk about some specific things in the gaming industry and why I'm. Yeah, I just want to talk about that shit. Um, but I hope you all have a nice day. I'm gonna keep exploring the zone. I'm gonna do Hermit's quest line or whatever he's got for me. Well, I'm about to find out. I'm gonna finish this beer. And I'm gonna just enjoy my next 2 days off. I'm gonna try to get some clips I have on my Xbox posted they've been really finicky lately, and not posting, and not processing on YouTube properly. So that's why I'm doing this segment here. Sorry it's a bit longer. I know I said I was gonna post shorter clips, but they're coming. It's just I've been working my ass off. It's rough. And it's annoying working with the Twitch app. Or the not the Twitch app, the Xbox app. It's it's rough. I'm tired, exhausted. Um, and I just sit in front of my phone and I have to check it every 5 minutes to see if it failed to download the clip so I could upload to YouTube, and then have it fail processing is it's just demoralizing. Um, but if you made it this far, if you skipped to the end of the video, if you clicked on the video, thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. And let me know what you're excited about for Stalker 2. What are you most looking forward to? I love seeing y'all's comments. Don't I can't stress enough how much that means to me when y'all comment shit. And I will see you hopefully in the next one. And by see, I mean if you comment, I will see it and respond. Take care out there, stalkers.